Alright, aluminum press. Oh, let's see if I can do this in one take. Alright, you got your traditional aluminum press here, and it's more specifically a pollen press. I got mine from Amazon.com. This is a Piranha brand, $10. Made of aluminum, so you gotta make sure you never twist the ends too tight, because you could cross-thread it and get little bits of aluminum in your final product somehow. I don't know. It's dangerous. So, this particular model has 4 dowels of varying sizes, so you don't need to use all of them if you're using a lot of product, but I like to use all of them if I'm using less than 0.5 of product to compress. There's my product. Got my dowels right here. You have, in this model, 2 long dowels. Those are meant to be on the kind of outer edge of the press on either end, and then 2 smaller dowels for the innermost, where most of the compression happens. So, start by taking one of the innermost dowels, pick your favorite side, take your parchment paper, and punch a little parchment hole. And that's a really simple method as compared to heating it up and then cooling it down to get the puck to come out easily. I mean, maybe you don't have parchment paper, but just go out and buy some. Okay, so we wanna, it's a tight seal in there right now, and that's a good thing, because you won't lose any product in the edges, and the product won't stick to the parchment paper inside. So I want to make sure it's sitting correctly, so I'm just going to kind of punch it through right now. And I have a little perfect circle there, thanks to the punch. So, I will put in the farther dowel now, and a cap, not all the way though. I'm going to put it with, that much space to work with. Make sure it's all the way down. Put in one of the innermost dowels, and the little super duper piece of parchment paper. Simple method here. Really hard to mess that up. Okay, next phase. Add product. For this you want to be very delicate, because if the stuff were to touch a dusty surface, you could lose a lot of value there. Yeah, I guess that's a good angle for you guys too. Oh shit, no, I guess that isn't a good angle. Okay, let me readjust here. Ah, you're lucky I'm ambidextrous. Oh yeah. So this is like a little bud and keef funnel that I'm using right now, just a piece of paper folded up. And the mixture that I have is some medicinal keef hash and a lot more keef. Alright. Okay. So let's see if y'all can... Yeah, you can. You can see in there. It's pretty loose in there. Whew. Okay. Next up, we have another dowel that needs to be covered in wax paper. But before I put that in there, oof, I should have pressed the circle before I put the product in, because now the circle might not sit correctly. You just have to be really careful at this point. Enter Pro mode. Oh god, I hope I did it correctly. I hope the circle is sitting nice and flat. I don't know, let's see. So, I'm not sure if I discussed this earlier, but I don't like to do the heat it up, cool it down, let it sit for hours method. I like to do the simple, go out and buy some fucking parchment paper so it doesn't stick to the press. Have your product ready as soon as you want it. So, what I'm doing is twisting to close both of the caps. I like to do it at the same time. I guess you could do it one at a time. I wonder if that would make it better on the caps. Not sure if it would make it easier on the whole system. But I am seeing that I'm running out of room on one side now, so I want to be sure that I'm not forcing it beyond its point of no return, because I could cross-thread it. Okay, let's see, I'm like 6 or 7 minutes into this demonstration right now. I like to tap it. Oh, I just got a little extra there. Yep. Alright. So, I mean, I'm really not twisting too hard. I don't know, I've got, like, guitar hands, so it's hard to tell, I guess, but whatever. I'm going to untwist it now. I've got a place to put my hash once it's ready. Okay. Oh, I love this thing. So, remove one of the dowels from each side, I suppose. Oh yeah, and see, I just did that and now it's free to just slide about. And before I actually did this demonstration, I figured out which end was easier for the dowels to slide through, and I drew a little arrow in that direction. Found out that it's this end, so that should just come right out. And if it doesn't, add a dowel. And if that doesn't work, add 2 dowels. This part is really cool. Let me see if I'll focus in here. Oh, it's so dark. Okay. Oh, I love this thing. Do 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 do. So as you can see, it just kind of rolled away on me there, and that's fine, because it is now a puck that is capable of fending for itself in the real world. I think it's gonna go get an apartment in NYC now and fend for itself a little bit. Where is it? Oh, there. Okay. Okay. Let me see if I can zoom this thing in for you. Oh, I don't know if you can tell, but I'm using an iPhone to film this. An iPad, actually. Come on. Okay, well, what I'm gonna do is actually just do a cutaway and maybe take a nice close-up picture of that for you. But you can kind of see the bits of hash mixed up in there, because that's what I made it with. And I really wish I had kind of shown you the vast majority of what I pressed. It was the bottom part of a grinder, you know, the keef compartment, and that was pretty much full. So now you have a little smaller than a sweet tart sized tablet of dankness. 10 minutes. I could cut it up and smoke it right now if I wanted to. I think I'll save it for a special occasion. Peace out, guys.